Yo, what's up, Zaga and Oreo? Welcome, welcome, welcome! Oh, goodness. It's been a hot minute since I've been able to do this. Whew! Oh my goodness, it's been a hot minute since I've been able to, well, do anything. Like, I have had to watch so many things happen and not be able to say or comment or do anything about them in the last couple of weeks and or months. So, your boy has been a little pent up on the figures here and definitely been wanting to get some of this stuff shown. And I gotta tell you, I kid you not, all of this was purchased within the last like 3 days. I have a cat who's very upset because I'm not paying attention to him because I'm the only one home right now. So if you hear meowing in the background, that would be my king. That would be the channel cat who is very upset that he's not getting attention right now. But anyways, welcome to the stream. It is a wonderful night. A wonderful Wednesday night here out here in Utah. Hooray. So, yeah. Anyways, let's move on to what's up in front of me. All right. So, we have 4 figures that we're going to be unboxing tonight. Yes, count them 4. Now, that you may be questioning, what do you mean by 4? I went to Ross today, and you're never gonna believe what I found. I went to Ross and found 2-pack. I kid you not. I walked in, I saw the dude, he put the sticker on the box, and when I saw the price of how much he wanted for it, or how much it was going to be at Ross, I was just dumbfounded. Just dumbfounded. I just did not, I didn't understand how to do this, or maybe not how to do this, but I said to the dude, I said, hey, could you do me a huge solid? Can you grab that off the very tip top shelf that you just put that on? And he goes, oh, are you going to buy it? I said, yeah, absolutely, I'm buying it. By the way, this set cost me less than the G2 Grimlock that is currently clogging up Walmart shelves. I kid you not, I went to Ross and found this just sitting there. So, yeah. Anyways, we will unbox this at the end of this video. Or not the end of this video, at the end of this live stream here. And at the end of said, and we're going to start this off with something I was really surprised to even find. So, yeah. We're going to start this off with Optimus Prime, then we're going to move on to 86 Astrotrain, because this one's got a story behind it too. And then we're going to move on to the Dinobots 2-pack. Unless you would like me to start with the Dinobots 2-pack, you let me know in the comments now. Because I'm grabbing my skizzers, and once those skizzers start to cut in the tapes, we are going to start working on figures. So, let me know now. I've got the skizzers. I've got them. So, anyways, we'll move this guy off to the side here, and let's get this thing going with Optimus Prime. So, excuse me. My apologies. I had some delicious pizza and some Coke, so yeah. But anyways, I'll let y'all in on a little secret. I have been having a heck of a hiatus away from y'all's. I have. Because you guys make it all worthwhile. Y'all do. But, let's just... Something tells me you all just want me to open the 2-pack. And as soon as I'm done with this one, we'll get into the 2-pack. So, hold your horses, folks. This is just something I haven't done in a hot minute. So, I'm happy I'm happy I even get to do this at all. So, just yeah, just know that. Oh, that metallic sheen. Oh my goodness. Hasbro, you spoil me. You spoil me. Not in price, though. Definitely not in price. The fact that this thing costs the same amount of money as this thing? No. What's up, Magnificent Mary? How you doing? How is your evening, sweetheart? Apologize if that is derogatory towards you. I didn't mean for it to be. How is your evening going, Magnificent Mary? Oh, there's another tie. And there's another tie. There we go. Now, because I watched M go today, because I watched him at all, gotta make sure that we do this right. So that comes there, and this goes here, and from what I understand, this can fit really only here, and from what I understand is it doesn't really complete the look very well. Well, honestly, that doesn't look right. That just does not look right. I'm sticking this on the back of this. I'm not gonna toy with that. That's just not happening. So, but there we have the Autobots insignia, or the Icons Optimus Prime, and this will be the first review that we do when we get back into doing reviews. So get that there. We'll move him off to the side and we'll do him next. But again, you guys came to see weird shit. So, yep. And as I stated, I purchased this at Ross. I did not buy this at GameStop. I bought this at Ross. If Riveted Railfan were in this chat, he can confirm I purchased this at Ross. There's no question. You can acquire this 2-pack at Ross. Which means, now that I have this 2-pack, I'm probably going to end up having to get the rest of the G2 Dinobots. And from what I remembered, Snarl and Slug were not very easy to acquire. So, yeah. Good lord. I've already got... Oh my gosh, they're even uglier than I thought they were going to be. Good lord, those are ugly. Oh, they changed up Swoop's head. They gave him the Generation 1 head. Here, let's get these guys out of this cardboard prison. Nice. Oh! You actually included all of the guns and swords this time. Finally. Didn't have to freaking buy all 5 of the Dinobots to get everybody's weapons. God, so dumb. And for those of you who do not know, I have all of the G1 Dinobots. This is my first look at any of the G2 Dinobots, and I'm not gonna lie, there's a reason. They are ugly as hell. So, but, yep. Good lord. And then this piece. Oh, they actually ratcheted this joint this time. So, yeah. Pardon me, I'll be right back. Oh, goodness. There we go. So. There we go. He's nearly ready to go. Okay. And there we go. Now we've got G2 sludge all ready to go. Let's just remove swoop. We'll take a quick look at that weirdo here in just a bit. So, looks like they fixed some of the problems with the knee joints. Some of them, not all of them. These things were originally really loose. These are much tighter. The original, oh yeah, this is much better. These, okay, so for those of you who do not know, the knees on this were so stupid loose on the original that, like, I couldn't even do what I'm doing right now with this figure. The knees would make the figure fall forward or fall straight back. And not to mention these things, while these are probably still oh no, these are a little bit more tighter than the originals too. So that I can't complain about. So anyways, y'all know the drill. We transform these things on camera here. So yeah. All right. I'm just realizing something now, folks. It's been a minute since I've messed with this mold. There we go. That's what I was forgetting. And if I'm not mistaken, this was supposed to rotate around. Yeah, and this was supposed to, yep. I remember things now. Okay, so maybe I do have this wrong. Maybe I don't. I don't know. Like I said, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've messed with this. It's been an absolute minute since I've messed with this mold. So bear with me, folks. So... I'm not supposed to go there. Alright, well, let's keep going with this side here. Have to do something I haven't done in a hot minute, folks. and that is consult the instructions. So, okay, yeah, you open those up. Oh, it's getting closer and closer. Only, there we go. That's what that's the step I failed to do. Come on. What am I failing to miss? What did I miss? Interesting. Did I forget a step? This is a possibility, but I'm gonna hold that out as an. I'm gonna hold it as a. I may have messed up. Just not quite sure yet. Okay. So. I'm supposed to do it like this. I think. Yeah, maybe. Here we go. That's where things are going to line up much better. Good Lord. Forgot how tight everything had to be on these things. As I stated, it's been a minute since I messed with this particular mold. Lord, why the heck? None of this lining up. There we go. Good Lord, why did none of that want to line up? Gotta know, it's been a minute. It's been a minute, folks. It's been a minute. Haven't jumped back into the saddle of this for a short minute. There we go. And then, what I remembered was rotate this around, pull that in, rotate the fist into that, rotate the fist, up my hand, rotate this all the way around. Yes, yes, that looks much better. Much better. There we go. I feel better about this. Then we've got Sludge in his Dino mode. So yeah, there you go. Now we'll remove him. Move him off to the side. Now we get to get into the one that I think everybody's a little more entertained to see. This dude, I'm actually kind of mad that they did not give him they did not give the Studio Series 86 version this head sculpt. Although I have a feeling that for the next toy line that is Age of Evolution, which real freaking imaginative title, Hasbro on that one. Real imaginative title. Real genius move there. Yeah, well, let's just have the second line of all of that just be called Age of Evolution. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Yeah, that'll sell. That'll sell amazingly. So, looks like we still have the issue of clearance on this piece. There we go. That wasn't tabbed in properly. Okay. But let's take a look at this head sculpt. This is quite a neat looking head sculpt. I haven't seen a head sculpt like this in a hot second. So I mean, it's kind of cool that they even bothered to give us one. So yeah. Oh, goodness. But anyways. Tell me something you guys are interested in for the next coming wave of Transformers that is about to show up. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of tired of the Armada Megatron repaints that we've just been getting left and right within the last year or so. I am not happy about that. The amount of Armada Megatrons that have shown up, the amount of the Armada Megatron repaints that have shown up is just insane to me. It's insane that like everybody is like, "Oh, let's just give him another Armada Megatron repaint." Cuz that's what everybody freaking wants. No. FYI, nobody asked for those Armada Megatron repaints. You guys just gave them to us. We didn't want them to begin with. We were just kind of done with it. Although, I will say, the Unicron Soldier, that was where they recaptured my attention. And I was like, okay, now you've got me. You've got my attention, Hasbro. What you gonna do with that now? So, I was very, very thrilled about that. Alright, let me just... Yeah. There we go. There we go. That's much better. Still not liking that. Still not liking that mushroom peg right there. Really not appreciating that. I'm pretty sure that's not how that's supposed to go. I'm pretty sure that's how that's supposed to go. Yep. That is exactly how that's supposed to go. This one was a little bit more fresh in my mind because I actually did one of the last. Actually, not the last. One of the few that I actually remembered was this dude. So that, and let's just, I'm not like the fact that this is paint chipping and the plastic is already feeling cheap. That does not give me confidence in this. Does not give me confidence, Hasbro. I mean, you can clearly see the amount of orange and, well, it's not visible on camera, but it's like there's a lot of colored plastic sitting right here. Like, it doesn't look like a ton on camera, but there's a lot of, like, neon orange and neon purple, or not neon purple, neon pink, or not even neon pink, good job. Neon green, good job. Good job, Thomas Allen. Can't, right. So, but now we've got to give him the rest of his accessories that he come with, so let's do this. just as annoying as the original swoop. There we go. Okay. Nope, here it comes. Here comes the channel the channel kitty. Here comes the whiny channel kitty. So, yep, I hear you. So, there we go. But here we have the latest of the Ross finds that I have found. So, and as I stated, ladies and gentlemen, I did have to use the instructions. I am not perfect. So, let's just relocate certain things to their boxes. And then we shall get into the final figure for the evening. Yeah, we're at that part, ladies and gentlemen. We're at that part. The final figure for the evening. Seems nobody's... That being said, I don't know if I did mention this to you guys, but if you do comment, you do get shouted out at the end of the live stream. So if you do that, you are more than welcome to comment. I welcome it, so go for it. Ugh. So, man, that more than meets the eye Starscream. Holy cow, that is. I don't know if you guys have heard the controversy with the more than meets the eye Starscream, but the more than meets the eye Starscream, that was the shadiest business practice I think I've ever seen happen in my life with Hasbro. Now, for those of you who haven't really heard and or really paid attention to this, what happened is that the More Than Meets the Eye Studio Series 86 collection, no, you cannot come and hop in my lap. Sorry, my kitty cat. The kitty cat, who is sitting right over here off camera, is not happy. Because I'm not letting him on my lap, and when he gets on my lap, he wants to get on top of the table. No, you can lay down. So, but for those of you who have not heard the controversy with the Studio Series 86 More Than Meets the Eye Starscream to complete your Seeker threequels, eat that. When what happened is that Hasbro Pulse and Target.com, along with the Target app, and for those of you who do not have Target, it is basically like our version of I'm trying to think. It's kind of like the more posh version of Walmart in the United States. So it's more like the more posh version of maybe Myers or Smith's over in the UK. And what ended up happening is that Hasbro and Target ended up getting a massive influx of pre-orders, and what ended up happening is that they were getting resold so fast on the secondary market that almost nobody was able to get a hold of one, and because they sold out so fast, Target couldn't keep up with the mandating, or maybe not mandating, but they couldn't keep up with the amount of orders that they had. So what they did is like maybe 4 or 5 days after or maybe not 4 or 5 days, but like maybe a week after they were saying, "Hey, we have this up for pre-order. You're allowed to get a copy of it." They started canceling people's pre-orders, and they weren't offering refunds. And the same thing goes with Hasbro Pulse. So what ended up happening is they got what ended up they believe saying, "Yo, what's going on, Zane? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?" But anyways, so what ended up happening is that when Target and Hasbro, like I said, got all these orders, they didn't have enough stock to basically send out to everybody else. And instead of protecting their assets and saying, "Listen, we will send you a Starscream, or we will send you a Starscream and a spare and an extra figure, or we will basically do what we can to make it right." Instead of doing that, they decided that they were going to do something so dang shady, which was just contact our support. We're not going to help you. And basically, it was the same thing said across Hasbro Pulse, Target.com, and if I'm not mistaken, it was either Myers or Smith's in over in the UK. So I do not understand the whole deal with a lot of the garbage that they decided to pull within the literally this has happened within the last week and a half. And this is what frustrates me is that Hasbro did not have any issues with dropping the Studio Series 86 Insecticons. They didn't have any problems dropping the next wave of Studio Series 86, like Cliff Jumper, freaking Cyclonus, and Blitzwing. They didn't have any issues dropping those figures, but yet they had so many issues dropping Starscream that they just canceled all the orders and basically shut the whole thing down. So for the people who were able to get a Starscream, they're now selling it for like 145 to 100. I think the most expensive Starscream I saw was $200. I think that was the most expensive, like more than meets the eye Starscream. That was the most I saw that thing go for was $200. So I can, in no good conscience, spend over $200 on any one figure like that unless I'm getting something else to go with it. And if Hasbro isn't going to fulfill their promises, then they need to refund their customers. And because they haven't and are refusing to do so, that's what makes me concerned as a consumer of this particular product. Because I don't do pre orders specifically because of that reason. GameStop already has soured my relationship with the pre-order button. We all know the disaster that was the Studio Series 86 Devastator. We also know the disaster that was like a bunch of other Studio Series figures that I had ordered from them. So the whole premise of, "Oh, well, we do pre-orders well." No, you don't. You do not do pre-orders well. In fact, you probably do them worse than everybody else. So Hasbro Pulse and Target, you need to do better, and you need to start reaching out to your customers. And I don't care who likes it or dislikes this, you need to figure your shit out and get back with your customers. Customer support and customer morale for your stores is dwindling. Get on it. So, with that being said, I will tell you this much. With all of the garbage that has been going down, I'm happy to see that there are people that are still collecting. I'm happy to see that there are people that are still doing this. I'm just happy that there's people still doing anything. So, yeah. So, but anyways, let's move on to the final figure for the evening, and then I can get to then I can get to start reviewing all of these beauties, and we can start getting some more viewerships back on the channel. So we're gonna remove Swoop, remove Sludge, and then there we go. There's Astro Train. So. Yep. I usually try to keep the live streams between an hour, so. Don't worry, folks. We're on the last figure. Don't worry. We're on the last figure of the night. And trust me, I have no illusions. I'm going to need these. So, anyways, let's get into... Ooh. I don't hate this piece, this effects piece. This is a cool looking effects piece. Oh, look at that. We actually get some effects pieces with this figure. So. This one, I'm excited because this actually looks good. Like, let me show you why I think this is probably one of the coolest looking effects pieces here. You have his gun here. You have a smoking effect coming from his cannon. Are you kidding me? That's got IDW and Energon Universe written all over it. I love that. So, let's split these legs. Let's get this stupid plastic thingy off of him. I love how everybody was like, so this figure makes me laugh a bit because I got rid of my Astro Train because I wanted to get this version. And then when they announced that they were going to be doing an 86 Astro Train, I was like, well, good, finally, I don't have to let my 86 Decepticons freaking suffer without the way to escape the battlefield. Well, lo and behold, that did not happen. And they gave us a completely brand new mold. And I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. I don't hate this, but I definitely do not love it at the same time. This definitely is not what I pictured when they were going to re-engine. It goes there. This... I can't remember what oh, goodness. What did M say? Oh, my goodness. It was... Yeah, okay, like this. That's the way it's supposed to go. And then these are supposed to rotate around. Rotate this around as well. I don't remember exactly how this is supposed to go, so I think I'm doing this correctly. I'm not 100% certain that that's how that's supposed to look. Probably not. There we go. That's where it's supposed to be. Okay, that's where that's supposed to go, and that's gonna loosely just fit right there, I think. Yeah, I think. Rotate the waist. I knew there was something off. Am I supposed to rotate? Okay. Instruction time. Okay, so this is supposed to stay down. Shift down. Close, shift this up. struggling with this portion. Do not understand what I'm doing wrong. I'm doing something wrong and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. If y'all commented down below, you get a massive, massive shout out at the end of the video. This doesn't feel right. It's because I haven't shifted this down. That's why. That's why things don't feel right. Because I didn't follow what I was supposed to. That's where there's places mistakes are being made, that's for sure. There we go. That's what I want to see. Now we can scooch all this up. Now we can do certain things that I need to do. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So I can't get this to... There we go. That's what I needed. God, these things, sometimes I make them easy to understand, and sometimes I make them like exceedingly difficult to figure out. For me today, this is this one. There we go. That goes in that slot. This goes in that one. Oh, you stopped. That's what I want you to do. Alright, that's gonna be... a pain. There. Good lord. That was not supposed to be that difficult. It really wasn't. This just did not want to come forward at all for some reason. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I'm making tons of mistakes tonight. I am making mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake this tonight with this figure. Good lord. doesn't want to stay put. I have so many different moving parts, it just does not want to seem to stay put together. Here we go. Now, if you will tab into your respective spots. Okay. Right. Okay, I think I'm gonna just have to go with that. That felt so cheap. Right there. That felt so bad. I cannot believe how bad that actually felt in my hands. I still am not liking the fact that this literally feels so bad in my hands. Oh my gosh. God, this is so bad. And what frustrates me about this one is the fact this is supposed to be a Hasbro Magnum Opus. Yeah. Yeah, you heard me right. This is supposed to be like a love letter to Transformers fans. No, this is not. This was not a love letter to Transformers fans. This was a let's just ruin your childhood even further. Because we feel like it. Come on. My things are not lining up. There we go. Okay. I don't know why none of this wants to just line up. Oh, that's because that's supposed to line up. And then this is somehow supposed to connect. There we go. A bit better. Slightly better. Again, not. Okay. This is awful. I do not like this. Yo, yeah, we're doing Astro Train, 3 Days of Darkness. I apologize for the late response. Yes, we are doing 86 Astro Train. However, this is not. I am not impressed with what I've messed with so far. In fact, I'm really not impressed with what I've messed with so far. In fact, this literally just does not give me much confidence that Hasbro actually knows what they're doing. So, yeah, I don't think they genuinely cared about this release. I think that they were just like, let's run with it. And then this was what they produced. I've seen Top Gear produce freaking turds better looking than this. Really have. Now look, I'm not trying to bash Hasbro for putting their heart and soul into this. I'm really not. But, come on. This is not what you should have done. You should have done exactly what we thought you were going to do, which was take the Siege mold, tweak it a little bit, fix up the panel lining a bit more, and also take a little bit more accountability into paint. Instead, he just decided, you know what, let's just give him a brand new thing, but let's give him a brand new thing that we can't figure out what to do with. So, yeah. Anyways, moving on to the final bit of this, and we are going to get to the shout-outs here in just a second as we come to the end of our stream. So, in short, 86 Astrotrain. We have Megs on the side here, but 86 Astrotrain, Icons Optimus Prime, G2 Swoop, and G2 Sludge. Two of these came from Ross. You can get them at Ross. So, you can get them at Ross for less than the price of this. So, yeah. Anywho's, this is Thomas Fan01 saying, do not forget to check out the main channel, which I have left a link to down in the description below. And do not forget to check out, oh goodness, let's throw names out there today. Zaga and Oreo, Magnificent Mary 007, Zane U5, I'm just going to say at Zane, and at 3 Days of Darkness C2Y. So do not forget to go check them out, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Do not forget to be on the lookout for these reviews, because they are coming, and soon. So, anyways, this is Thomas Fan01 saying, do not forget to subscribe for more content, and do not forget to keep playing with your toys.